Hey, you guys, it's John here, otherwise known as Crypto Compassion on the internets here. Thank you for joining us here on the TEXAN Tailgate. We have plans to have Brother KG from Internet Money come in here and kind of explain what exactly is Internet Money. And he is not only in the Pulse chain, but he's in some other ecosystems as well. I'm going to bring up some of my regular guests here that are my partners in crime. Here they are, Robert, David Lee, and Hexy Quinn.
Hi, guys.
Hey, going.
Evening, legends.
Okay. So we're going to be having Brother KG on tonight. Hopefully. Maybe he has not showed up. If he doesn't, we're going to have ourselves just a good old-fashioned tailgate where we're just going to shoot this. We're not on Rumble yet, but we'll just kind of shoot from the hip and have a good time and talk about some of the things that have been developing in the Pulse chain community here. What's been going on with you, David?
You know, I was just thinking if we're just doing a tailgate, maybe we could all just sit around and think of ways to torture rags over the next 3 days.
Yeah. Well, without further ado, I'm going to pull the e-brake on you there, David. I see Brother KG has entered the studio, and so we're going to bring him up, and we're going to find out about Internet Money and all the good things and have him explain it to us like we're 6-year-old kids.
That's right.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Brother KG. How you doing,
How's
man?
it going?
AG.
He's growing the beard back out there. Goodness.
This is as long as it's ever been in my life. I'm going for it.
Yeah.
What is going for it? Like when
ZZ Top.
ZZ Top.
Yeah,
Like,
when he can join ZZ Top.
To the grave or what? Like
You just go until it feels right, and it doesn't feel quite right yet. So I'm just going for it.
So what's
I got one of those going too, man. Yeah, I don't know when I've been thinking about braiding. Maybe when I get the perfect single braid.
That's really metal.
My daughter keeps joking with me about it. Hey, speaking of joking, you heard about what Rags is up to starting here at midnight Eastern time, didn't you? He's going to do a 72-hour fast where you can pledge for each hour to raise money for the Christmas special, the Christmas charity. So even if you don't want to pledge, we can all torture Rags for the next 72 hours.
Yeah.
I want to know what is he eating right now? And
hopefully fat and protein.
Is he eating
and
right
not
up until midnight?
You bet. I bet he is. I bet he's. Wouldn't be surprised to see him at Waffle House at midnight, right?
Yeah.
With
What a
all the
legend that man
drunkards.
is.
So, Rags is in the chat, so he can hear us talking about the food that we had. I mean, I had some nice Chipotle tonight. He said, I'm screwed. Yeah. He'll be all right. He'll be all right. You'll get some good mental clarity out of this too.
Oh yeah, for sure. The benefits of fasting. Are you guys familiar with autophagy?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like we're so amazing. God even built in this regenerative mechanism in us, and kind of funny. It's in all religions, right? You should fast.
Yep.
But yeah, really cool stuff. It can clear up sentient cells, the dying cells, decaying cells, non-function, faulty cells. It can help with your mitochondria, repair the ends, longevity. I mean, it's just amazing. So I'd urge everyone, you're not just given to to make someone's Christmas super special, but you may be saving your life. 72 hours is serious though. It's serious. Not
Well,
like
I mean,
medical serious, but it's tough.
well, if you think about it, you know, we're constantly packing on food, and that fat is storing in our body. And when you don't give your body more fat to store there, the body starts to eat itself, which is why fasting is so powerful, because it starts to burn the excess energy that that your body stores. So yeah, fasting is very powerful. Obviously, you know, you be safe about it, because you could fast too hard probably, but you know,
Yeah, wouldn't
fast
be doing any dry
responsibly.
fasting. Yeah, absolutely. Had to get it in. Sorry about that.
No, it's all good. Hey,
I want
so
people to start thinking about ways to. I mean, he's going to earn this, right? So
he's gonna earn it. Yeah,
he's going to earn it.
he'll be all right.
He's going to kick my ass.
So before we jump in and start asking some good questions, I just want to acknowledge chat and say thanks for everyone for coming in. I see Logan's Run here, John May in the house,
Sunday.
Godfather J6, Hex Glenn. Of course, we have the Ginger, Rags. We have Samantha in here, Drix. We have Rich Liberation, Mobius. A lot of these great
Wonderful.
people. And we have Sandy Beach. We got to love her. Sandy's great people.
Sandy.
So
Yeah. A bunch of legends out there. There are agents of change.
Agents of Change is right. So yeah, brother. It's been a while. I mean, I think the last time you and I spoke was in Las Vegas, I believe it was, at the pool party. Yeah. And I don't even know. I'm sure that you were down at the 5552 or the Austin meetup. I wouldn't be surprised because that's your neck of the woods, right? Texas,
born and raised.
Yeah. Okay. So where are you guys kind of at in the process of internet money and the roadmap and what's going on with it, and explain it to us, in this community as far as, like the reasons why.
We got a bunch of noobs.
Yeah.
KG, we got a bunch of noobs. We're like a community of noobs.
Then you're doing it exactly right. If you've got a bunch of new people in the community, you're doing the work. So, thank you to you guys and girls for onboarding new people into crypto, right? That's how we're going to grow our industry. And again, thanks for having me on tonight. I was excited to be a part of the Texan crew. Like I said, Texan born and raised. So don't threaten me with talking about Texas. I'm happy to do it anytime. So for those that don't know, Internet Money, our product we are a crypto wallet for the new person. If you're a little more familiar with crypto, we are a Metamask alternative. So anything that you're used to doing with Metamask, you can actually do with our wallet, the Internet Money wallet. One of the core differences is we are native to Pulse Chain. So we have a lot of things that are optimized for Pulse Chain if you're a Pulse Chain enthusiast, but you can still, on Ethereum, Binance, Polygon, whatever other chain you're on out there. We actually launched over a year ago at this point, and on December the 6th, we just submitted for our second round of security audits. And once we get those back, and if there's any feedback, we'll address it. But if not, then we're going to transition out of our beta phase. So again, for those that don't know, beta is just a good stage of a software where you're testing it, but it's fully functional right now on all main nets, and it's basically what it's going to be when it's not in beta. We have thousands of users all over the world, so it's been battle tested over this last year, and we're really excited to be out of beta, which we're on course to be out of beta by the end of the year. So that's the high level overview of what we are, where we're at.
Can you jump into some details in regards to, obviously you guys have a coin associated with it also. So it's just not like, hey, I have the wallet. There's also some benefits for holding the token and what it does. Can you kind of elaborate on what that is and how it works?
Sure. So within the wallet, by the way, we're available on Android, iOS, and Chrome. If anybody's wondering where you can get it. And within the wallet, you can swap from one token to another. So if you're a new crypto user It's literally like you go to the bank and do a currency exchange, right? That's what swapping in crypto is. If you're used to crypto, Uniswap or PulseX or, another wallet's in-app swap, right? So you can swap from one token to another within the internet money wallet. Just like other places where you swap crypto, there are fees associated with the in-app swap, but the difference in our system is 100% of those fees are distributed to the holders of our token. So our token is called Time Dividend, or the ticker is Time. So if you're holding Time, you're actually earning passive income in Pulse, ETH, BNB, or Matic, depending on what chain you hold it on. But as people are swapping their cryptos in the wallet, you're just earning passive income. So for the new person, it's actually really simple. You don't have to worry about staking or locking it up or paying attention to timelines. You just hold Time, earn the passive income, and you can, within the wallet, you can watch your dividends. They come in all day. So you're able to claim as many times a day as you want, or you could claim once every 100,000 years. There's no expiration date or minimums or anything. We've removed all of that. And so depending on what your portion of the time supply is, so let's say you hold 1%, well, you're earning 1% of the wallet's revenue on that chain. So it's a direct percentage because 100% of the fees go to token holders.
So would you be holding Time, for instance, native to Pulse Chain or BNB or Ethereum or Matic? So like if you wanted to buy a bunch of Time on Matic, you'd be specific to that native chain. Is that right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Whatever chain you hold it on, that's the native coin that you earn.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah. Very cool.
Which is super cool because, some tokens, and there's positives and negatives to these types of systems, but, when tokens inflate as the reward, well, then you have to sell that token to realize the value. In our system, you don't have to do that because the token that's earning you the reward doesn't have to be sold, right? Actually, by not selling it, you continue to earn the reward. And then, I know it's, it's pariah to say, hey, sell Pulse. I'm not telling you to sell Pulse. I'm just saying you don't have to sell Time to get your money, is what I'm saying. Sell Matic.
Yeah, hold your time and earn Pulse. That's so cool, KG. That's super cool.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Trick says, but if we held Time, wouldn't we lose all its meaning? I think he's trying to be cute, but yeah.
No, that's actually, I love that he kind of brought this topic up because part of the thought behind Time was a bit philosophical, like he's saying, right? Because Time, yes, if you don't get more time, that is life's most valuable asset. And so in our system, we make a lot of plays on that in our system, like earn more time, or buy more time so you can free your time, stuff like that.
Right. I like it. So is there anything else that you guys are kind of on the roadmap, if you will? Because it sounds like you kind of have the fundamentals in place, the foundation. What are maybe some things that you guys you're able to divulge that you're kind of thinking about doing, or something that would kind of, be beyond the scope of what's already available?
Well, one thing I'm happy to talk about.
Sorry.
Well, I definitely want to talk about the roadmap, and I will. But one thing that I want to talk about that we actually just launched, so it's not technically on the roadmap, but I think it's very important, and we really want to spread this message, is it's going to be, for the new people out there listening, the most important statement that I'm about to make for you that's a fact is that the Internet Money Wallet is the best place to swap crypto, especially on Pulse Chain. So you just new people, you just remember that. Advanced people, here's why. So on Pulse Chain, well, on all the chains that we have our in-app swap on, but Pulse Chain specifically because it's really optimized for Pulse Chain at this moment in time. We are the best place in existence to swap on Pulse Chain. Why is that? because when you do a swap within the Internet Money wallet, it searches all the available liquidity. So we quote PulseX V1, PulseX V2, 9-inch, 9mm V2, 9mm V3, Fux, and Pateus, as well as the forked over Uni V3, Uni V2, Pancake Swap, Shiba Swap, and Sushi Swap. So when you do one swap, you get to see all these quotes. And if you're someone who just says, hey, I want the most tokens, you're just going to click the top option. It's going to say recommended option. It's big. It's obvious. You literally can't miss it. But you also get to see what you're comparing against. So a lot of what we've been trained in this community is to go directly to the DEX. That's the best place to swap. Don't swap in a wallet. Well, that actually is no longer good advice, because the question then becomes, what DEX? PulseX? Sure. 9-inch? Sure. Pateus? Sure. But how do you know that by going directly to that DEX, you're missing a better deal? You're not missing a better deal on that DEX. The only way to know for sure is to get all the quotes at the same exact moment. Right. And that the Internet Money Wallet's the only place that does that. So that's something new that we just blasted out. And it's really exciting to be able to say, indisputably, there's no better place to swap on Pulse Chain. And we have that same technology for Ethereum, Binance, and Polygon, where we do all those quotes. Competition's a little more fierce over there when you're competing with, the Ethereum boys. They've got a lot more years on the market than we do, but we're still a really amazing place to swap on the other three chains.
Yeah. Can you touch a little bit on like why internet money over like MetaMask? And I'm not trying to, I think we all kind of, without me just deep diving into like why I feel like that's the case, I kind of want to hear it from you without you just like throwing stones. Sure. But you know what I mean? Because I think we all kind of know that in this community, but it'd be nice to be elaborated on and touch on like why internet money over MetaMask? Fair
question. And I'm not a stones thrower, so I'm an objective observer.
Right, exactly.
So MetaMask, I can't really hate on them because without MetaMask, none of us right now would really be here today. The people that invented MetaMask were galaxy brains, and to a degree, we owe homage to them because they made DeFi accessible, and that is incredible. Where we come in is internet money is the old MetaMask, in the sense that it was built by DeFi guys for DeFi people, and MetaMask is no longer that. And that's not throwing stones. That is stating that we know that MetaMask is largely owned by JP Morgan Chase. Mm-hmm. So if you got into crypto to get away from big banks, to get away from centralization, to get away from government control, MetaMask is all of those things. MetaMask collects your data. MetaMask stores your data. That means JP Morgan Chase has your data. We know JP Morgan Chase sells your data. So one of the primary reasons why you would use internet money over MetaMask is you care more about your privacy, because internet money does not collect data. We collect 0 bits of data, so little data that from a development standpoint, it actually makes our jobs harder because we don't get all the information we need in order to debug particular issues. Secondly, this great Hex Fetty beat me to it. Mm-hmm. MetaMask, they charge more for their in-app swaps and they keep 100% of it. Mm-hmm. We charge less and distribute 100% of it. And we're actually the only wallet in crypto, not just MetaMask, that has this model. This is a model that we invented, this whole system. Also, if you are not somebody who's into maybe some of the bigger coins that are on like CoinMarketCap and stuff, internet money has price tracking for all assets. So if it has a price on Dex Screener, it has a price in the internet money wallet, which we found is really big for people because, especially for the new people, you onboard them into MetaMask. Hey, buy my token. It's a weird Jazzicon with no price. It's like, what did I just buy? But in the internet money wallet, we're making it feel more like money. So even if you just created a token 5 minutes ago and it has a price, it's going to have a price in our wallet. So our wallet is, and all that summarized together, our wallet is privacy and security focused. We are the only wallet to distribute the revenue, giving incentive for the community to grow together. And we're a wallet that cares about all of DeFi, and we want to do our best to give all of DeFi a voice, regardless if we particularly care about a project or not. We want everybody to have a voice. We've seen MetaMask be gatekeepers. We've seen other wallets and platforms be gatekeepers. That's not our ethos.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
JG, I really appreciate that. And that, you're never a stone thrower. You're always super nice, super sweet. Don, you guys are just a wonderful set of founders, and probably next to Rags and Crypto Heartbeat. Together, you guys you form a good front for freedom and for true DeFi, and those principles, those first principles that we learned from Richard. So I just wanted to thank you.
Well, thank you for saying that. It feels good to be acknowledged and appreciated in that way, and to be compared to guys like Rags and Heartbeat, both gentlemen that I look up to and learn a lot from. That means a lot. So I really appreciate that.
And appreciate the announcement too. That is a super cool new utility to the wallet. I'm curious and almost dare to ask, how did you come up with that?
We've got an awesome team, and that's what it boils down to. We've got an awesome team. Look, to toot my own horn a little bit, Don and I, we're awesome. We really know the crypto space. We have a really good way to understand the big picture, what the needs are, how to communicate the needs in an easy, digestible way to our awesome, incredibly talented, I'll put them up against anybody, developer team. And as well as, like, we're good translators, we're good big picture guys, and we come up with great ideas, and we have a great dev team to really execute those ideas.
Awesome.
Well, I guarantee you're the kind of guys that are looking forward. And when Texas becomes a republic, what's the big surprise you're going to have for us?
Well, but when you load the wallet, we'll fly a Texas flag.
Better have something planned, man.
On download.
Maybe you can get Elon to get a Texas state emoji on X.
Oh man, Elon loves Texas. Don't let him tell you. He loves Texas. He does.
He does.
How can
Better
you not?
get that emoji
Texas.
up.
Yeah.
Hey, Robert.
Ago, and I finally made it home in record time. May have gone. I'm here.
Oh, welcome. Very good. Good to see you, man.
No, good to see you. Thank you so much for coming on, KG. I was like, man, we really need to get KG on stream. Really want to support our native pulse chain builders, because I recognize.
I reckon it.
Am I a little wrecked?
Low wrecked.
Yeah.
Low wrecked.
All right.
All right. Let me see if I can fix my internet.
All right. I was out driving today thinking about the wallet and a lot of things and onboarding like new people. Have you guys ever considered, or is it an option in the future to have like direct deposit from like W-2 jobs right into the wallet into like a stable coin? Because we always think about checking and savings and all that kind of stuff, and it's like a vault, but we also know that vault, someone else has keys to it, whether it's the government, or if God forbid someone has your debit cards, numbers, they have access to your checking and savings account, which is, totally against what we believe in, crypto, is that, you have your own wallet, you have your own, self-sovereignty. It got me thinking, I wonder if someone's ever going to come up with a way to onboard people and they just kind of have to direct deposit into a wallet, and it's like, just put into a stable coin and they can, figure out how they want to spend their money from that point. If they want to pay bills or yada, 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 but just an onboard tool that goes right to the wallet.
I love that idea. Actually, that's not one I've considered. I hear exactly what you're saying, so that crypto becomes passive in your life. It's not like, okay, hey, I get paid, I got to onboard funds into Coinbase or Kraken, I got to wait 7 to 10 days, and then I got to, a process every time. I hear that. The problem with fiat is when we have fiat integration, like on ramps and off ramps on the roadmap for the wallet. Back to your roadmap question.
Right.
But when you introduce fiat in any capacity, like even before getting to the awesome, direct deposit type stuff, you open up the realm of so much regulation, and ultimately in some capacity, either you have to be a middleman, a custodian, or some other entity has to be. Right now, there's no way to get fiat into crypto without a custodian. And so, that would probably be more of a feature of like somebody like Coast, for example, since they're already working on all the licensing and regulation, they could implement that. And then we are working with them in the background to integrate with them. But when they integrate a feature like that, then we could then piggyback on that feature. Because right now we're not going to be the team that's like fighting the fiat battle necessarily. But I hear what you're saying. I would love to see something like that. And I'm going to say it's officially on the roadmap.
Yeah, I mean, if you could get with like a payroll service, some type of payroll service that was all about freedom and liberation, and you know what I mean? And you get with them and they decide to have an option of direct deposit to your bank or a crypto version. And, it's just something to think about. I think that'd be a great onboarding tool. I mean, it'd skip a lot of the hassles of going from, point A to point B to point C to finally get into crypto. I mean, if that was someone's end result goal, I mean, I know that we have payment solutions from crypto to pay bills, and those things are coming. So, it's just iterations of technology becoming more useful for the common man, if you will.
Well said.
Yeah.
Well said.
It's key. It is key, for adoption.
Yeah.
Mr. Keeler, good evening, sir. Shouting out the chat. Saw you put it up there.
Yep.
Yeah, that iterations word is so important, because step by step.
Step by step, yeah. Yep. Yeah, for sure.
We're not going from zero to world domination overnight, everybody. Sorry to tell you.
Yeah. No, and on that note, I mean, I think that everyone, we sit here and we think, where's Richard Hart? And that iteration of development and foundational building, we're all kind of going through it. And some people are having some growing pains of feeling like, where is he? But I really think he's sitting back saying, hey, community, you go out, you build, and I'm gonna step in when it's the right time. I think he's just wanting us to build a foundation, turn the city, build the city, and then, we're going to go through some growth, I believe, when it's the right time. So,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
You go ahead, please.
Yeah. I believed it for a while that he was creating from Hex this army for freedom that would end up becoming very crucial at some point in time. And he is amazing with timing, and hopefully that time will be soon, and with very good reason and result.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying, and I hope you're right.
Yeah.
My personal outlook is a little, maybe people might call a little more bearish, but again, I think it's maybe, I feel like I'm being objective, but hey, we all think our own personal biases are objective. So I really think that Richard is He's fighting the government right now, and his legal team is probably like, dude, don't go on stream. You're trying to say you can't be contacted. You can't be out there live streaming. I don't know. Maybe there's some way to serve someone on a live stream now. I have no idea.
Mhm.
So I think that it's probably more of his counsel saying, keep it down. I bet every single one of those tweets that come out, I bet they're scrubbed. I bet every single tweet, every single letter and word is vetted. His legal team says yes or no. It's probably all edited. And I'm not saying that's bad. I'm saying that we want him to win, right? Because him winning is a win for freedom, is a win for Pulse Chain. It's a win for DeFi and crypto. It's a win in every respect. So, you know, I if that is what's happening, I actually really appreciate that calm, cool, and collected approach, because you start jumping up on big stages saying you're gonna, burn down the White House or whatever. Yeah, people end up with a bullet in their head. That's dramatic. I get it, but people get offed for that kind of stuff. So there's a smart way to play the game, I think. And I think if we want the net outcome to be positive, I do think Richard has to win. So I feel like he is playing chess in that respect.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Anything outside of internet money that's kind of getting you excited in the communities, specifically Pulse Chain? I mean, anything that you kind of are like, hey, that's cool, what that development team's doing. I mean, is there anything that kind of jumps out to you?
I think the overall fact that we are seeing development, right? You guys in the Texan community, man, you guys just had TEXAN Con, like that was awesome. You have like Mintra launching, Liquid Loans launching, you had all of the PH ecosystem launching. You've got an amalgamation of meme coins launching, and you've got the Tang Gang growing. We got V3 dexes on there with 9mm. We've got, and I'm not trying to not single out any project, I'm just spouting them off, but just in general, the fact that we have all these awesome teams and projects building and launching and growing and bringing volume and bringing utility and bringing, depth to the ecosystem.
Yeah.
It makes me feel like, oh man, Pulse Chain is real. It's not, well, first of all, it's not, oh, hey, when launch anymore.
Yeah.
But second of all, we're starting to have an ecosystem. And so, yeah, overall, that has me feeling very good and very bullish about Pulse Chain.
I'm bullish on the fact that you just mentioned Corey Costa's favorite word, amalgamation. I don't know if you've ever heard him say that, but
that meatball is an amalgamation of ground beef.
Yeah, there you go.
Love you, Corey. Love you. That was an endearment statement, buddy. I love you.
Yeah,
No doubt. How are you sounding now, Robert?
Same. Yeah, do I?
It's choppy.
Okay. Yeah, it's work. I'm ready to start taking a hammer to things.
Yeah.
It only works if you're on a Russian space station. Just beware.
Yeah.
You can try turning off your video if that's making your stream lag. You just go audio.
Or just leave.
That works too.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding, Robert. Robert's the one that has all the questions. He's the internet money IO.
Robert is our yes. He is the tech guru. Robert loves to jump in beyond white papers into playing with it and turning it inside out. He's absolutely amazing when it comes to it.
I love it. I'm excited. Yeah, he has been very patient. We tried to stream last weekend, and one thing led to another. Robert's been very patient, so nothing but appreciation.
Robert, if you have any questions, you can put them in the private chat, and we'll reiterate them here, or leave.
Don't tell me what to do.
Bye.
I'm gonna start taking a drink every time he leaves.
You're gonna get drunk.
That's
Oh,
no
goodness.
PBR.
I mean, the show's only an hour. Can't get that drunk.
Well, let me flip the question back on you guys. What is it that has you feeling, bullish? If it's Pulse Chain in general, if it's, crypto overall, what's got you feeling good and bullish?
David?
In our ecosystem, it's been more of the grassroots kind of things. Yesterday, the OPHIR Academy had a new class of graduates. What they're doing over at OPHIR with education and fellowship is amazing. It was about a month ago now. We had at TEXAN Con, we had just an incredible response from the people, especially after Rags and Matt's time up on stage. I'd never experienced a meetup quite like that, anything like that. So it's those things, these grassroots things that maybe you don't see online, but are just super bullish indicators for the ecosystem. That's what's got me going.
Beautiful.
Kitty! Where's that kitty? Sorry.
Oh, sorry. That was in response to that guy.
Yeah. I think overall crypto, I think we could be bullish about a lot of things. We've been going through quite the bear market. We're all looking for adoption and understand that we want to have self-sovereignty and all that kind of good stuff. And we got Bitcoin halving coming, and we see Bitcoin doing its thing, Ethereum starting to do its thing. We see the idea that, I've seen Viber Finance in here earlier, and like the tokenization of like real world assets and bringing more utility to crypto. I'm looking forward to, I know that our conversation, Brother KG, was about you being in real estate back in the day. I'm looking forward to the idea of real estate being tokenized in the future, and the idea of having like, timeshares or what have you, and people having NFTs that, doing more than just having coins and meme coins and all that kind of, you know what I mean? I'm excited that Pulse Chain's becoming more decentralized. I feel like Richard was forward thinking and almost like a time traveler when he said freedom of speech and freedom of movement. And we were kind of like, oh, that's cute. Yeah, let's sacrifice for that. You know what I mean? And now that we kind of fast forward, we're like, okay, now we're starting to see the governments and the powers that be trying to take those freedoms away from us. And we're kind of thinking, okay, we might be well ahead of the curve, very ahead of the curve. Like I'm wondering if it's going to catch on in this cycle. It might be, but I think that a lot of people don't understand the fight that's being fought in Richard's behalf overall for crypto in general. I think they'll look back at, when he talks about the glory, again, he might've been forward thinking, knowing that he was going to be, like someone said, like David versus Goliath, and fighting a fight that people didn't understand it had to be fought for freedom. So I'm bullish on Pulse Chain. I got a lot of conviction in it, and everyone in it. We got a lot of builders that are building awesome things, and that's really cool to see.
Well said.
Yeah.
A lot of those things, and maybe it's just a coincidence, but we had Randy was on with us, I don't know, about a month ago, 6 weeks, and one of the things that he had a post that he had put up that earlier that week that I asked him about was what's coming through the Darian Gap heading north. And you being in Texas, last week we passed a not a very good milestone, but over we set a new record number daily count illegals coming across. And it harkens us maybe to look beyond the fight for freedom in crypto is huge, but if we lose everything outside it, it's not going to matter. So that I guess, going back to one of the other things that I'm excited about, is people waking up that it's not just your bags. It's not just about a Lambo. It's about much bigger things, like, especially once you start, now, KG, you look a little young, but Dawn, I'm sure your dad has told you how different the world was that when we were kids and grew up in compared to today, in a number of different ways, right? That was a nation that led the world in education, that's now in the 30s, and had less than $1 trillion in debt, and now has over 33, So it's those things too, coming together in community, and maybe it's the fight with Richard, that fight against Goliath, that makes us recognize, I guess, how immense the problems are and the enemy that's behind them is.
Well, I hear what you're saying, and I like what you're saying, and I think that I'm not sure that it's necessarily Richard being David and who he's fighting against being Goliath. I think they're definitely Goliath, but who I think David is crypto. The industry is David, as an amalgamation.
Yep.
Is David, and then now these other subsets are becoming like a bunch of little Davids, right? Like freedom of speech, freedom of movement, and we have now in society, which, better or worse, there was a point in time where this was happening and we were maybe less aware of it as a culture, but the United States government, I mean, a lot of world governments, but the United States government now is starting to kind of turn a bit, I don't want to necessarily say communist, but I'm not going to not say communist, because they're starting to get a little more control-y, right? We got Big Brother. We're always being watched. We don't have sovereignty over our data. We don't have sovereignty over our money. We pay 30% taxes for some crazy reason. Like 1/3 of my money I got to pay to the mob. It's starting to make less and less sense. And it's like, if we're a rag that you just dipped in water, they're just squeezing every little drop they can out of us. And at some point, like, the rag is just dry. And so I feel like that's the direction that we're starting to work in. But what is really cool is, okay, love or hate Elon Musk kind of doesn't matter for this point. He purchases Twitter, rebrands it, okay, drops the old stigmas around it, and he's now propagating this free speech narrative. People who are censored, like Kanye and Alex Jones and other people, agree or disagree with them, I don't really care. Point being is that if you're a free speech advocate, you have to advocate for the people you disagree with. Otherwise, you're not a free speech advocate. You have to have your mortal enemy have a platform. Otherwise, you're not a free speech advocate. Otherwise, you're just propagating a meme. So now, and then also we have another guy, Vivek, the guy running for president. Agree or disagree with him, I don't care. He's saying things that are like Bitcoin, Ethereum, blockchain is speech, code is speech. It is a protected human right. Like, he's saying these things. And so I'm going to give a shout out to Walrus. He's the one that kind of put this idea in my head of whether or not these things manifest and actually become real. It's putting it into the zeitgeist, into the subconscious mind of humanity, because now people on the big stages are saying the things we've been saying on the little stages for the longest time. So it's like humanity in general, like David was saying, is waking up. And I do think that in our lifetime, and maybe even in the near future, we're going to see some kind of revolution. I don't know how else it plays out. People are being suppressed, and people don't enjoy being suppressed. There's only one outcome, either martial state. And if that happens, well, then for sure we're going to see a revolution. But it's just humanity doesn't like to be suppressed and oppressed. So that was long-winded way to say that. I agree with you, David.
It's good stuff, man. Appreciate it.
How you doing over there, Haxie? Hey,
Just
Well,
the
you
wheels
know-
are spinning.
just drinking away that Robert keeps going off. So
No,
you're just like,
I'm waiting for Robert to come back. No, I was just thinking humanity actually likes, like, I'm disappointed on how much they are suppressed. Like, I can't believe that there hasn't already been a revolution, because it's just ridiculous. Like the whole Charlie 19 thing. But anyways, I'm just over here thinking in my head. I'm good.
It's true.
And
And why we
actually,
got to support those platforms. Sorry, but yeah, X, Rumble. Rags opened up a Rumble channel. Have you opened up a Rumble channel, KG?
I haven't opened a Rumble. I know that I
We
need
can
to
say anything over there.
I need to decentralize, you know, for what it's worth. I have a little stage and I need to decentralize that because, yeah, at any time you say the wrong thing, the algorithm picks it up, they shut you off. And actually, what Robert just said to Hexy's point is the revolution has already started, it's just being suppressed, but not for much longer. I'm actually kind of starting to think that too. Like, revolution it didn't go from 0 to civil war in a night, right? It was you know, thought leaders and then politicians and then big money guys and then eventually somebody fired the first bullet, right? So it like built up to that. Now, I don't necessarily think this revolution is going to be fought with guns. It might, but hey, if Americans start firing at Americans, I mean, like that, I feel like that's actually a reality the government wants to avoid because, well, if Americans start killing Americans on American soil, we now have like, that's a world problem, right? That's like the stability because now we're not buying computers from China. Now we're not buying shirts from Pakistan, whatever, if we're killing each other. So the United States government definitely doesn't want blood in the streets. So I feel like this revolution is going to be fought in maybe like a technological way, in that like who controls the media, who controls computer servers, who controls the dissemination of information, who controls the ability to move your money and buy water and pay your mortgage, who controls those things. And that's why, like, again, like them or not, organizations like Anonymous, I mean, at least in the beginning, I don't know how much they are anymore, a collection, amalgamation of people that are coming together in a decentralized way around one idea, you know? So it's like we're probably going to see more pockets of these militias, if you will, but they won't be killing people. They'll be hacking PlayStation like this guy GeoHot did and shut down Sony for a month. Like, it's going to be things like that. Yeah. It's going to be guys that are jailbreaking the iPhone and allowing you to get around these parameters and have freedom on yourself. It's going to be those types of things, I think. Crypto. It's going to be crypto.
It's going to be crypto. And to the point of your stage, I would say prepare yourself for a bigger stage, brother. I mean, that's the truth. Yep. I mean, in the next year, 2 years, prepare yourself for just the mindset that's going to be needed in regards to your stage getting bigger. I know that you always drop a lot of wisdom and insight that go beyond just, you know, your crypto, you know, wallet and time. You've always been, like I said, a philosopher, and I recognize, you know, the hip hop community and all that kind of music that you love to listen to. I know that you got to go deep on the street philosophy in regards to the wisdom that they drop, and you're a fan of
Thank you.
insight. So it's good stuff. But yeah, prepare for a larger stage, I would say.
Well,
amen.
Thank you for the kind words and the motivation and the inspiration. Thank you for telling me that I'm seen, even in the hip hop respect. You know, right. Hip hop, mark my words, quote it, will be the music of the revolution.
There you go. Hexy's a fan of hip hop.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. She likes her hip hop.
Well, let me ask, what artists do you like, if you don't mind sharing?
Wu-Tang.
Yeah, I was just gonna say she's a Wu-Tang.
I think we start their next American Revolution with the song "Triumphant" by Wu-Tang.
I don't know that one off the top, but Wu-Tang definitely revolutionary.
I'll send it to you. Yes, they are. Timeless. They are.
What about
I'll-
you? What about you, KG? I think I kind of know, but you go ahead and say.
Oh man, my tops are J. Cole. He's
Yeah.
my number one. Shout out J. Cole. That guy is a philosopher on a hip hop beat. Then you got, I like old Kanye, not new Kanye. His new music sucks. Sorry, Kanye. Take it back to Graduation. I wish you would. I like A Tribe Called Quest.
That's the one I was thinking with you.
That was-
That's the vibe right there. I pick up on you there, buddy.
Thanks, man. And
Yeah.
their revolution on the beat. Yeah, you know, and just the list goes on. But
Yeah.
and actually, real quick, I want to give a shout out. A moment ago, I noticed my AG right there. That's actually my wife. Shout out.
Yeah.
Hi, wife.
She's a philosopher herself.
Here we go. There we go.
It just says crypto makes a one world government hard to achieve. If the world has a bartering system that is mostly democratically controlled, international governments lose a big portion of their power. Exactly. Right.
Yes,
because
yes.
in crypto, no one. Okay, sure. This is my problem with the Bitcoin maximalists. Look, I got a Bitcoin shirt on today. Actually, it says "Come and mine it." I thought it was a cool shirt. TEXAN stream. You know. Okay. So I'm not a Bitcoin hater, but Bitcoin maximalism is a problem because you really want a one world currency where all transactions are public for anybody to see. You know what a government would do with that type of information and control? That's the last thing you want. I want like 1 million blockchains and 100 million cryptocurrencies because then it becomes obscure. And obscurity is how we're going to maintain our privacy. So
Here.
Well said.
Yep.
Clip it.
She's
Note
right on.
yourself.
She's right on too. That disconnection of financial and political power is going to be what keeps it peaceful. I think it's the best chance for it being peaceful because we got to keep it peaceful. No one kills Americans like Americans. Lots of countries have tried. Seriously. Yeah, I mean, no one kills like we do. So, yeah, we don't want to go there.
No. Well, I think we're wrapping up on an hour here. Unless you got some other inputs that you want to drop some wisdom bombs on us, brother. I know you have a family and all that kind of good stuff, and we don't like to, run it too early, but we also don't like to run it too late over here. We don't want, I've been on plenty of streams where they just run along for 2 to 3 hours, and then you kind of get into these doldrums of the dead air, and also just, but I think that we hit on a lot of great things in regards to whether it be rap music and hip hop, to internet money, to time and holding the coin and all that kind of good stuff, and the reasons why it's better. Or like I said, we're not trying to throw stones, but we understand MySpace used to be something and it's no longer what it is. So iterations of evolution within technology grows, and I'm glad that you're on our team in regards to helping Pulse Chain move along and grow and become the ecosystem that we all believe it's going to be, and it is becoming. So, yeah.
Well, thank you for appreciating me being on the team. I'm glad to be on the team with everybody here on this panel and everybody in the community in general. There's a lot of like-minded people, a lot of people that open my mind, a lot of people that have diverse cultures, languages, perspectives, talents. So Pulse Chain, I think, is a good representation for not just from a technical standpoint, but from a social standpoint of what crypto can be. And so when you see us out there, this is, PSA, and you see us talking about other chains, other communities, it's not because we're forgetting about Pulse Chain. It's not because we're leaving Pulse Chain or stabbing Pulse Chain in the back. The nature of our product, it kind of represents us as human beings, is that we try to be neutral and objective, and we want to make crypto for all. And as we're out there onboarding other people from other chains, well, the wallet's native to Pulse Chain, so they're going to be introduced anyways. And we're not going to get a Binance guy, for example, by saying Pulse Chain, Pulse Chain, Pulse Chain. We're going to get a Binance guy by saying, here's the awesome things we do for Binance or Ethereum or Polygon or Gnosis or whatever. Come use us. and they're introduced to Pulse Chain.
Yeah.
So when you see us out there engaging with other communities, it all comes back home. So that's a public PSA. And if you haven't already, please give the wallet a try. We're on Android, iOS, and Chrome. InternetMoney.io. It'll take you to all the right links and right places. And I'm always happy, whether now or in the future, to discuss with you all, whether it's internet money or philosophy or how do we stop the tyrannical United States government. I'm there for it. So thank you guys for having me on tonight. It was an awesome conversation.
Thank you, everyone in chat. I hope you guys have a great night, a great week, and I believe great things are coming. Yeah, thank you. Take
Bye,
care,
guys.
y'all.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Hey, thanks everyone here on TEXAN Tailgate. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You guys have a great week. Later.